Hello there, I am Lee, and today I'm going to talk about Velvet. This is a comic book from Ed Brubaker. It's not a new book. It's just taken me this long to be convinced to read it. Actually, a friend of mine's been trying to get me to do so for a couple of weeks now. He comes in, he talks to me every day. John says, "Have you read Velvet yet? Have you read Velvet yet?" And the answer's been no. Because I forget. So today I actually sat down, I read it, and I really enjoyed it. This is Ed Brubaker as the writer, and Steve Epting as the artist. I'm going to talk about both the writing and the art. I'm also going to mention the colorist, Elizabeth Breitweiser. I probably mispronounced that, but pick up the book, look inside of it, even do the Google, and you should be able to figure it out. So my impressions of the book originally, and why I dismissed it, why I didn't previously read it, is that it looks so very 70s on the cover. It looks like just cheesy action film from the 1970s, maybe something that's a little reminiscent of Quentin Tarantino, but not anything that I felt I had to sit down and read, not when I see so many books every single week. The art looks great, but just the subject matter didn't interest me based on the cover. When I flipped through it prior to reading it, my initial impression changed a little bit. It stopped being Quentin Tarantino and started being James Bond. Still not in a flattering way, because that's not something that really interests me, but I gave my friend John the benefit of the doubt, and I sat down and I actually read it. So firstly, because my impressions, I'm just going to go in order of those. The art is gorgeous. Epting did a fantastic job on the art. But not only that, the colorist did a terrific job of bringing that art to life. With the wrong colorist, panels can look flat. They can look dead. They can look completely uninteresting, like a coloring book, where it's just, that's my cat sneezing in the background, because I'm professional. Going on. So your colorist can make or break your panel. You can have the best art in the world, and you can tell sometimes it's the best art in the world when you look at the black and white. Seriously, Sophia, are you done yet? I will kick you out of this room. Okay. When you see the black and white is amazing, terrific, just beautiful, and then you see it colored, and it's lost its magic. That's the colorist's doing. That doesn't happen with this. The colorist actually helps bring it to life. I've seen the black and whites, and they're lovely. They really are. But I feel like the colors add a lot more life to them, that they are actually necessary in this case. So a great partnership in that. The story is also very well written by Ed Brubaker, and I have never picked up any of his books before, so I don't have any preconceived notion about his work. But it's good. The subject matter, it did end up being different than I expected. You've heard all about that. But essentially, there is some Bond aspect to it. The book starts with guys talking about how they were surprised to learn they've all hooked up with the secretary at their CIA-style operative headquarters. Of course, it's got a different name, but the idea is still the same, very much a secret agency. And it takes place in the 1970s. It looks like 1973. I may have mentioned the late 70s previously, and I was wrong. So, yeah, it opens. It's initially from the perspective of some fellows who are discussing her. but the book itself is from her perspective once we get past that little prologue. She's an interesting protagonist. She's a secretary. She's very obviously not young. She has a streak of white in the front of her hair. The huge, beautiful splash page, you can see that she's got some age to her skin. So already fairly atypical as far as most people's expectations for what a comic heroine is supposed to be. As you continue through the book, though, I mean, she's still very lovely. She's just not 20. But yeah, she ends up being more than meets the eye. She's not just a secretary. Some of the story is told through flashbacks. I think that will continue as the series progresses. But yes, she has the power to investigate. She has the ability to fight. She is smart. She is strong. She just embodies what a good hero should be in that way. There's still a lot of mystery left. They don't tell us very much of her backstory. They imply that they will, and they imply that it's important, but you're just getting little pieces right now to get you to continue reading. And so in that aspect, this issue 1 was successful for me. It made me want to read the next installment. I actually went and got it off the wall immediately. Because I wanted to see more of the character. I wanted to know how she develops. I wanted to know what was going on with there's a murder mystery involved. And I wanted to see what was going on with that story, what would happen within the story. And, oh, my hair is just wrong. This is what happens when you don't plan. Going on. But yes, the fact that I went and immediately read issue 2 was, I think, a very good reflection on whether or not the story is worth continuing. I didn't feel like, oh, it's fine, I'll hold off. That's definitely happened to me with issue 1s, but that wasn't the case here. I grabbed issues 3 and 4. I have not sat down with those yet because I had to leave. I did end up searching to see where they are in the series, how far behind I am, and I found that in July's previews, they are still listing issue 9, so that'll be a September book, and it's a monthly book, so they should be up to about issue 7 right now. So not super far into the series, although they are far enough in that Image probably has produced the trade paperback. Image trade paperbacks are usually $9.99 for the first 4 or 5 issues, which I think is great. You know, you have in this case, $3.50 book. You can get 4 or 5 of them at a little bit of a cost savings, especially with something like this where it is an independent title. So your bookseller may not stock as many of them, or may not stock it at all, just because of the sheer volume of Image number 1s that they have to choose from when they're ordering each month, and it's just how it goes. So it's something I recommend in trade paperback form if you cannot easily access the first few issues. It just, since it's a new title, it's not, to me, worth the time investment of going and deeply hunting for the individual issues if you don't have to and you just want the story. But yeah, aside from that, I'm going to continue on with the series and see how it goes. And also, this is how I plan to spend some of my time going forward. I will be reading books, and I will be providing a synopsis, or I guess a review, with my opinion. You know, this is not good multitasking, backing and boarding while talking to invisible people on the internet. It's not stopping me, though. So, yes, this is what I will do. I will read books, I will tell you my thoughts and opinions on them. I will tell you the parts that suck, and I'll tell you the parts that are awesome. Books that suck recently, there's some. The new Teen Titans was terrible. I didn't even manage to get through it. But you see, that shows how honest I am with you. because I'm going to let you know when something's totally scrap and you should not bother wasting your time on it. I'll also go on and on and on and on if something is truly, deeply, amazingly fantastic, like I believe pretty much anything I've read by Brian K. Vaughan to be. So, yes, let me know in the comments if there's anything you'd like me to read and talk to you about. And I'm just going to keep doing this and hoping for the best. So you guys have a great night, and thank you for watching my channel. Bye!